What's up, everybody? It's Mikhail Casanova coming at you with another episode of Decked Up, a Steam Deck and Gaming podcast. I was intending to put out an episode this past weekend. However, WrestleMania 39 was on. Your boy had to watch it. We had an amazing first night, and then night two, we didn't finish the story. And, well, we are still acknowledging Roman Reigns as the tribal chief and head of the table and the champion. So, all that being said, a lot of you probably don't care about wrestling. It's something I'm passionate about, but I'm not going to bore you guys with it today. What I want to talk about is this new device from ASUS. And it's actually very interesting because over the weekend on April 1st, this is when they started teasing this device, and they not only teased it on their social media platforms and on their website, they also are working with Best Buy, and in conjunction with Best Buy, it was teased over there as well. So you basically go to Best Buy's website and then you can sign up to get more information for this device. So a lot of content creators, particularly Steam Deck content creators, wrote off this device, and they made all these videos basically stating that this was April Fool's joke. And you realistically, if you look at it, you would think that that's what that was, because I mean, any new product announced on April Fools, to most people not in marketing, would write it off as an April Fool's joke. Now, as someone who has a background in marketing and who has worked with Microsoft on marketing strategies and stuff in the past, I understood what this was. And also another company, Arica, they came out with showcasing Fighting EX Layer on April 1st. Everyone's like, oh yeah, this is a joke, this isn't serious. And it turned out to be actual. They actually were making a game. So in this case, they pretty much did the same thing with Asus did this with this device. And if you look at it, for all intents and purposes, it looks very similar in form factor to the AOK Zoe. And I can't knock it because it's a form factor that I personally think works, especially if you want to put something that's very powerful in this device. Then we're going to look at two different videos in this overview on this episode of this device. So this is called the ROG Ally, the ROG Ally, and it says play all your games. This is going to be a Windows 11 device with the specs on it. We're going to look at the specs for the screen, which is a 1080p screen, which is absolutely awesome. And then it's got more power behind it than the Steam Deck. So, display for it, it's a 7-inch display. It's got 16:9 aspect ratio, so 1920 by 1080 with 500 nits, and a 120 hertz screen, 5 millisecond latency. You cross compare that to the Steam Deck. That's about Steam Deck, same screen. The aspect ratio is different. Steam Deck has 16:10 instead of 16:9, but this display, as you guys know, is a 1280 by 800 and 400 nits locked at 60 hertz. And then you look at decibels of the loudness of it. So Steam Deck can go up to 37 decibels, whereas the ASUS ROG Ally can go up to 20 decibels. So it's fairly quiet. And also, this device has headphone jack, micro SD slot on the top, expansion port on the top as well. If you want to connect it to, it seems like if you want to connect it to, external GPU, as well as many other devices, volume rocker, fingerprint sensor on the top as well. And as I said, overall, it is, for all intents and purposes, a device that's basically it's a AOK Zoe. So I don't mind it. A lot of people are writing it off. Like I've seen in Steam Deck groups and on Reddit, people are saying that they think that this is not going to do well. You're also looking at the pricing and everything like that. And I can understand, the pricing, you probably would be concerned, like, oh, is this really going to be anything? And you might even think this might not even compete with the Steam Deck, because looking at the power, performance, and then you look at most of the other devices that are available that are more powerful, especially being Windows based, they are typically substantially more expensive than Steam Deck, usually in the low ballpark area of about 800, 700 to 800 bucks and up, going over $1,000, whereas the most expensive Steam Deck is about, $650 or so, So I get people feeling a kind of way when it comes to the pricing. We don't know the pricing yet. If they're going to compete in the market, and if they want to, from my opinion, they want to compete, undercut all the competition from these third-party companies, based out of China, undercut them by selling 2 units, one at $599, one at $699. You could even bump it up to $850. And if it's also got the capability of being, which I believe it does, it has the capability of being paired with a external GPU, then this has so much capability already. But those would be the 2 price points I would say they should definitely go at this with: $599 and $699, or at the most $850 or $899 at the top if they really want to go with just 2 models. And the fact that this is going to be purchasable in stores at Best Buy, that's already a leg up over the Steam Deck and what Valve's doing. Biggest thing we're going to have to worry about is how's the support going to be, and this is also running Windows, but there's also versatility with running a game on Windows. So I signed up for the information. I'll leave links in the description if you guys want to go check it out and sign up to find out information about this from on Best Buy. But I'm very, very excited. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to play a video, and then we're going to discuss after this video is played.
Here at ROG, we're always pushing the boundaries of gaming, constantly striving for better performance in smaller devices. From convertible laptops and tablets to controllers and even smart contact lenses, nothing has ever stopped us from going further and harder. And now, we're combining all our know-how into one single device to wear the crown. Introducing ROG Ally, ROG's first handheld console. This time, we're finally bringing true PC performance to your life on the go. The ROG Ally is a Windows gaming handheld that allows you to pick up and play all your game libraries wherever you are, whenever you want. To make it all possible, ROG and AMD work together to custom make the fastest AMD APU yet. Taking your AAA game out of your gaming room is no longer a fantasy, and thanks to the high-performance display, you can enjoy gorgeous and smooth full HD gaming wherever you go, even under the sun or the spotlight. The Ally is the achievement of years of ROG intelligent cooling. Featuring a dual fan design, it stays cool and silent in your hands and guarantees great performance with quiet operation. Get instant access to all your games and settings in Armory Crate. Set up different key mappings and add games from multiple platforms. Experience Ally's full potential with the ROG XG Mobile eGPU while charging your device and streaming your game to the big screen. All you need is the ROG Ally, and all it needs is you. Take it wherever you go and play wherever you are. ROG Ally. You'll never have to stop gaming again.
I mean, yeah, so far it looks really good. I'm very impressed with the look of it. And like I said, it is definitely going to be something that is coming out. And if you're not already looking at this thing and looking at possibly picking it up, then I don't know. I mean, the fact it's Windows 10, that already has some issues, I think, as it is, because you're gonna have to deal with like having to update and everything like that. But all in all, I can't knock it for what it's trying to do. And I've said it before, but people like companies want in on this market that Valve has gotten their hands on. And why not? Right? As I said, this does look like the AOK Zoe. It's not going to have touchpads. That's something that's kind of specific to the Steam Deck. Looking at the general aesthetics of this overall, trying to find like a better picture of it, but looking at this device, having Windows 11, I'm not a fan of the devices with it because Windows 11 can at times bog it down. But looking at the device and what it's capable of doing, I'm very excited for this because aesthetically, this thing is. I like the look of it. Hopefully, it's lighter than the Steam Deck, and I want to look at some of Dave 2D's video on it because he has it in hand, right? So he's got the Steam Deck, and he's going to show off the difference between that and the AOK Zoe. Or no, I mean the ASUS the ROG Ally. I keep calling it that, but very similar. I'm looking at the D-pad, and there's a point where I was a little concerned because I don't like the D-pad on the AOK Zoe because I like to play fighting games. But this is looking good. This is legitimately the first device that I've seen from a competitor to the Steam Deck where I'm pretty much all in on it. Now, from the way it looks in comparison to the Steam Deck, I'm going to stop it here. It is slightly smaller. It looks a little bit more ergonomic. I like the stick layout, although a lot of people don't like the Xbox layout for, analog sticks. I don't mind it, but it looks good. I like this slimmer, better display, apparently better battery life, which I can't argue with that. And the fact that it is Windows 11, let's also talk about this real quickly. You can legitimately, this can be your all-in-one device. So if you want to use this, say you're a college student, traveling professional, or someone like me that has, various setups, or you need to go between different setups, you can game on this, play all your games, all your launchers, no matter what. And you can also be able to use this to stream your games as well. Well, not really stream it, but you can stream if you want to stream. But you can also use this as a workstation. So if you need to hop on and use Microsoft Word, Office, it looks like you connect to external GPU, you want to do video and photo editing, or you need to do conference calls and all that. You don't have to try and figure out how things work in Linux on the custom Linux GPU, setup that the Steam Deck has. You can literally just go into Windows and just use this docket, connect your mouse and keyboard, and you're all set and ready to go. This right here, especially if this has multiple, which I'm sure it does, it's got multiple monitor support. I don't see how anyone can really knock this and not see all the capabilities that this has. I am excited for this. I know my energy levels are going up. I'm winding down to the end of this video because I got to go in a minute. But I'm looking at this and I'm excited. I'm very, very excited because I give myself external GPU. Man, this could be my mobile station here. Now, especially with ASUS, with how they do with cooling, they're very good with cooling in their portable devices. Armory crate, I love it. I'm excited. I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited for this. Being able to go between gaming and I mean, if you want to custom load on the Steam layout or from like the Steam Deck layout, you could. But the fact that this is smaller, I like the layout for the button ergonomics. It definitely palmable. It's still a big device, but I mean, I like the look of it. I like that it's quieter, it's more powerful, and you got the capability of fully utilizing this for productivity, work, and just leisure. I like that. Now, can you dock this and put it on a TV without needing the external GPU thing? I don't know that. I don't know yet. We haven't gotten that information out. And if I go to, I want to see like WCC Tech, they talked about it a couple hours ago. I mean, they haven't really. No one really knows the pricing of it yet, but for what it is, we just need more info. I need more information before I can make a decided opinion. But from what it is it the Steam Deck killer? I mean, it's a great alternative. You're not going to beat that price for the Steam Deck. The entry price of $399 for a Steam Deck plus the support. I don't know if Asus or ASUS is going to support the ROG Ally in any way, shape, or form, similar to Valve and how they're supporting the Steam Deck. Like, I don't know if you can go in and start putting, Ghillie kit, Hall effect sensor sticks in, or custom D-pads, custom internals and stuff like that, switching out the SSD, and then, hey, some breaks, send it to them. I don't know if they're going to support that. I doubt it. But looking at this, looking at the size of it, I'm excited for it. But like I said, you're not gonna beat that price that Valve has set. You're just not gonna beat that. That's just not happening right now. But if they can do the two prices I said, like I said, $599 and either was it six? I say $650 or $699 or $850 or $899. Like just two different units, a 512 and a terabyte model, or even a third option where you can customize it if you want. I think that would be great. I don't think this is going to completely eat into the Steam Deck market, but the fact that this is available at retail store, it's like this will be available at Best Buy, really is a leg up. This actually shits on all of the competition from all these third-party companies that are making stuff where you got to go, pay for it on a Kickstarter or something like that. Or you go to their website and you got to wait for them to ship it. Like this really does, because this is honestly a true competitor to the Steam Deck in the sense of branding and marketability, because ASUS is really a big name brand. So them stepping into the market, obviously we're gonna get Alienware, Dell to step into the market. They already had something years ago, they just never put it out, and that had switch like capabilities where you could pull off the controllers and put it in like a Joy-Con. But all in all, I'm excited for this. I can't wait for it. I signed up for the information to find out when this is coming out. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it. What do you guys think? What's the pricing point y'all think should be in it? What do you think about the what it has spec wise? Are you excited about anything that comes with this, or do you think this is another flash in the pan that's not going to go anywhere? Whatever your thoughts are, let's go ahead and get the comments going. If you're watching this on YouTube, comments in the comment section, or if you're listening to this in audio format, interact, leave a rating, review, comment, share it around. Let's talk about this. Let's get the conversation going. And if you want to hop into Discord, we do have a Discord as well. But yeah, all that being said, that's a wrap for this episode of Decked Up, the ROG Ally. Definitely want to know what you guys think. If you enjoyed this episode, let me know. And if you want to support and you want more content like this, exclusive content, behind the scenes, and more, then consider becoming a Patreon supporter today, or a channel member on YouTube, or support the podcast directly. If you're on Spotify, you can directly support the podcast, or you can also, if you want, we have coffee and got Subscribe Star. So all that being said, I'm Mikhail Casanova signing out on another episode of Decked Up, a Steam Deck gaming and tech podcast. I'll see y'all in the next one, and stay safe, be blessed, have aloha, and I'll see you around. Peace.